doing this morning? Well, I can finally say that we are finally home. That was a long vacation. Very restful, but a long vacation. Um, Learned a few things. Um, Main one is not to try to not to try to get to everything. And the reason that I realized that was because we had just went on the Carnival celebration, which is the same mega ship, and we were trying to get to every freaking thing. I I was just totally wore out. I mean, one thing is I have to accept I'm getting old. Can't do everything. You can't party like you used to. You can't like party like a freaking rock star or whatever. But that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. We're gonna move on anyway. But when I started realizing that you can't get to everything and you got to rest and relax and enjoy the moment, I started to have more fun than I've ever had on a cruise before. Um, I needed a lot of rest, but my body doesn't like it. Boy, in the last couple of days, um, I really felt it. I know for a fact if I sleep too long, I'll actually be in a lot of pain. I don't know why. I don't know why. But maybe it's from years of, working myself to the bone. I don't know. Also, again, the reason why I wear this bandana, for some reason, it keeps my sinuses in check. But since we was on that boat for, 7 days, there was a lot of AC. I mean, and it was like at some points I was freezing, and it wasn't that hot out, But I thought I didn't bring my sinus medicine, and the last couple of days I figured out I did have it. Hey, good morning, Mike. Good morning. When I figured out I had it, I started taking it, and I got a lot of relief. I got a lot of relief. But I'm still, I guess, I'm still paying for it right now because I still have my sinuses are still out of whack. I think I'm probably not going to be back to my normal self till I get back on the truck and I can regulate the temperatures and stuff like that. And the reason why I say that, a lot of times when my sinuses get out of whack, I have to put some heat on me, even if I don't like it. Sleep with the heater on and stuff like that. But it's still better than it was, a couple of days ago. Also, I learned on this cruise that I didn't need to go wild at the casino. I think I lost about $100, but it was free. It was a free $100. Because I bought stock in Carnival, so I get $100 credit every time I take a cruise. So I just used that, and then the rest, let my wife play with, and she just had a ball. I know I made a poor man's photo shoot, but I think she bought she bought $100 worth of pictures, which we haven't did in a while because the photo shoot, I said, when I did it, I wasn't going to get any pictures for a while, get my money's worth. But I guess it was time for us to start buying pictures again. I let her buy them because women think, oh, I'm so ugly, and you're not ugly. But it was, even that was fun because we were just having fun doing it because Carnival, every camera guy, he's got to lean forward, put your hand here, put your hand fist here, and do this and we were just laughing and giggling and having fun with it, because we knew what he was going to say, um morning, Chief. And when there was one where we were rolling around on the ground, right after dinner. First of all, even if I didn't have anything in me, my big ass trying to roll around on the floor, and literally was laughing ourselves silly. That was very enjoyable. The I kind of realized that I'm going to have to get back into shape if these are going to be the sizes of these ships from now on, because we did walk every morning, then slow down because it could be really taxing for all that walking that we did. You know what I mean? It can be, and it was very taxing. And don't get me wrong, I said it before, I said it again, one of my wife's love language, she loves me to walk with her. But I just, sorry about that, guys. That's in the middle. Might as well get this started. If not, I'm, I'm going to go back, go downstairs and just sit there or something. I don't know. But we really had a good time. But one of the other things, and see, this is the frustrating thing, especially when don't get me wrong, I love my wife to death, but sometimes I don't think she believes me when I tell her some of the problems that I have. She thinks that always has to do with alcohol. I have low testosterone. I've known it for years. That my insurance company will not pay for it. To get the testosterone supplement, it's an arm and a freaking leg. It's like, I think last time I checked, it was like $500 or $700. At least for 20. I think when I got to Georgia, it was like 25 years or something like that. It's been 25 years. I've had to go to the bathroom a lot. Even 25 years ago, when I was a younger guy, I have went to the urologist. They can't figure it out. I went to the doctor. They can't figure it out. So I just deal with it. So if I'm working and out in the yard and I come and go to the bathroom, like, why are you going to the bathroom a lot? Just looking for something. And I think, we're so used to not being around each other. I have a feeling I'm starting to get on her nerves, and it's time for me to get on the road. But I'm not going to get on the road. I'm not going to get on the road for another week. I'm gonna have to look around because I need to see what what I can do. I still owe the doc some money, so I'm trying to pay that off before I go back again. No, I'm not sticking no needles in my behind. You know what I mean? But it's always something. But if I'm good with it, you should be good with it. But It's all right. The other thing is, everybody thinks it's a joke when I say this, but I honestly believe I am an emotional empath. And what that means is pick up on other people's energy. Thank God most of the energy was positive throughout the book. But I did kind of start losing it when we got off the boat and we was in that crowd of a lot. There was a lot of people waiting and trying to find stuff and all that. And I started feeling the tension um, rise in me, and the nervousness and the fear and all that. And I recognized it, and I just kept on dealing with it. Um, that's not the time to say something to me when I'm going through it. Just need to recognize that I am going through it. It didn't happen. I thought it was going to happen when we were in the Bahamas, because that's where it happened last time. But I kept my head down and kept on walking. You know, I didn't realize that I go through this, and it's always recognized as something else. You're being a butthead and you're doing this, and no, it's part of the stuff that I've been going through for years. It can't be helped. You and the Mike, what's shooting the needles, man? I'm not taking that crap. You be all right, bro. Um, I also realized on this cruise that I have to slow down on my eating. Just because it's there doesn't mean that I have to have it. I ate so much that I got so sick, and I used to enjoy that and be bragging about it, but I was really miserable this run when it came to that. So I started slowing down on my food, slowing down on my eating, and I'm I might start crying if I get on the scale. So I'm I'm going to get back into my keto lifestyle and stay there for a while. Because I'm back in certain clothes that were really, really baggy on me. And I'm not going to, normally as big folks, yeah, normally as big folks, you humiliate yourself, and then you don't diet, and you tell yourself, well, it's never going to happen. I'm never going to do this. Never going to do that. And I'm just going to just sit back and do what I know. And that's going to help me feel better, because I, if I like to work in the yard, I need some weight off of me so I won't be in such, yeah. I think I gained about 50 pounds, Mike. But the food was really good this time around. On the celebration, it was horrible. I mean, you see all these. Everybody was saying the food on the celebration, it's so delicious and it was wonderful, and they're sitting there lying. They're sitting there lying. It was horrible. But we finally, we tried the same places, the same restaurant that we did, especially shebang. The shebang made up for the shebang on the Mardi Gras made up for the shebang on the celebration. Shebang it's a restaurant that has a mix of um, Mexican and Asian. Yeah, you're right, Charles, and that's why I was following you. But but you know what? We didn't try the barbecue joint, and I have a feeling that one wouldn't have made that one. I don't know. I don't think that would it would have. I don't think you can't fix that one. But we did. They were using the smoker that's on the outside. Sorry. Was when we were doing our morning, when we were doing the lives, we walked by that specific smoker um, every morning, and you could see smoke coming out of it. So they were doing something. Yeah, but the Shack's Chicken Shack, that was good. Um, the guy's burger joint, burger barn, or whatever it's called, that was back on point. Um, they also have a Mexican where you can get burritos and tacos. But that was on point. I had stopped eating there for years because it's on every boat. That was on point. We had the street eats. That was on point. So I mean, I was kind of eating like I was a 20-year-old. You remember when you was 20 that you could just eat, and there would be no problem. Well, I was eating, and the antacid was coming up. I was taking 4 antacid pills every couple of hours, and it still wasn't working. So that's telling me I can't do it no more. Blue iguana. Yeah, you're right. But it's some things that you just have to accept. If I'm going to keep on cruising, I got to. I think I need a new pair of walking sneakers because I kind of wore these out because I know the feeling when it's time to get a new pair. Yeah, well, they're really not free. We pay for them in the cruise itself, but I think they do have specialty restaurants. I normally don't do. Um, I normally don't do them. We normally don't do them because I can make my own steak. I can cut my own steak. Turns out, guys, and I got the blame for this one, which I didn't do. Um, we lost power to our 2 freezers. We got a stand-up freezer, refrigerator freezer, and a regular chest freezer. We lost power to them like a week before we went on the cruise, and had to throw away a lot of meat and a lot of stuff in the freezer / refrigerator. She thought some of it was saved, and then she put a surge protector on there. I don't know why. I have no idea. And I came home for 2 days before we left, and it's more apparent she thinks that I hit the switch on the surge protector. I didn't go near that thing. You know what I'm saying? But when we came back, the switch was off. So everything else that was in the chest freezer is gone and went bad. I wouldn't have put a surge protector on there. I told her just in case there's something going on with that outlet on the other side, use extension cord, and we ran into it. I had to run it to another outlet. You didn't need to put a power strip or nothing on there. But I'm hearing it's my fault. And she said it again before I went to sleep. You unplugging stuff and all this other stuff. Okay. See, that's why I know we done been around each other for too long. It's time for me to go back on the road. Yeah, no, I'm good. You about as bad with your sneaker buying as me with my lawnmowers. But that I moved that chest freezer to a different area and plugged it right under the wall. what I'm gonna do is go to, I gotta have a reason to go to Home Depot, so I'm getting me a new outlet, new wall plate, and change both of those out today. That's another, Captain DIY. We're gonna get that out of the way, and we'll be okay. But I spent most of yesterday cleaning out the garage and having my own little fun. Um, got out there and actually mowed the lawn, and it was drizzling, but I had fun doing it. I used the driving lawnmower, my Husqvarna, and literally I can mow the lawn in like literally 5 minutes flat. Good morning, Miss V. How you doing? The the and I also got a what do you call those daggone things? It removes the weeds out of the ground. You stick it in there and twist it, pull it out. So I just have me a good time, in getting back into your normal routine of what the stuff that you like to do. Because normally when you're on vacation, it's let's go do this, let's go do that, let's go this and that, and it's not what I want to do. You know, I I I just really wanted to sit in the yard, relax, um, straighten up, throw stuff out that needs to be thrown out, and get back to a normal routine. I'm home for an extra week because my best friend's getting married at the end of the week. Why? I have no idea that he's getting married on April Fools, but it's not my place to say. It's got to be something. There's got to be something significant about that date. And when I get a chance, I'm going to ask him. They might just save money on that date for whatever reason. Who knows? But I didn't want to get back out on the road and not get back in time for them for me to miss that, seeing that I'm the best man. And everybody was asking, well, are you going to get in time to have a bachelor party? No, I wasn't planning on doing one. It's because he's getting married to a very religious woman. That's what God put on him to calm his butt down, which I think is perfect. But I wouldn't suggest that he do that, and the reason why, yeah, I think our rule is that it's something like that, but it's a little um, what's the word? Little toned down. It's like we know, but I'm getting ready for you got the best man's got to make that speech, that toast, and it's kind of hard because he's not a drinker. He doesn't drink, period. But I'm gonna figure something out. But the other thing I want to talk about today is, let's see how I say this without being canceled. We'll say it that way. Um, I think everybody's skin is a little thin as of late. I mean, not even the last few years. I think the last decade, the people's skin has been very thin. Um, I'll give you a prime example. There's a guy. He's got like 2 million followers, and he's always saying. He even has a merch shirt that says uh, "Redneck Science," and he's glad makes fun of it. And what's that comedian that I think he just retired? You must be a redneck, and he makes jokes about it, and people come to see him just to say that. And when you say it like that, it's not derogatory, but people they exactly. And that's probably all I'm gonna, do either grape juice or water. Out of respect for him, you know. Um, but back to what I was saying. Um, we had we were talking to this guy at a table. He was making all these jokes, and I happened to mention, and I didn't mean it in a derogatory way or a mean heated way, that a lot of the men on the boat had their baseball caps. And when you see somebody had that baseball cap, the brim bent like this, and they got a fish hook, they probably want to let them bring the fish hook on board, and had a fish hook and had them caps on all day long, even in the hot tubs. Them's rednecks. And I happen to mention that, and I did not mean it in a derogatory manner. I meant it in, yo, that's cool, because I wouldn't have had my baseball cap in the daggone hot tub. And these weren't skinny rednecks. These weren't Confederate flag. These were the straight up country folks. You could tell, because these were some big mother effers, not pop belly, whatever. I'm talking walking around like big, like nothing but muscle. But that man drives a John Deere tractor. That man probably owns 100, 200 acres of land, and knows every country song because they were in the karaoke singing them country songs. I didn't hate on them. I actually think they pretty cool. Because why do you think I stop at a tractor store? I'm like, yo, these dudes, all right. This is $1 million worth of equipment, and because of them, we eating what we eat. We doing what we do. Do you see what I'm saying? And the guy, he didn't like that I said that, and and he kind of had a little snotty, a real quick jab. Charles mentioned it to me, but I caught it, and I'm not gonna sit there and apologize because I meant it. I meant it the way I meant it. I didn't mean it to be mean. I didn't mean it to be, derogatory. And that's our problem. We as people only want one way, and that's it. I remember, I know I told this story before, but my father was good friends with a Klan member in North Georgia. I still don't understand that one till this day. And trust me when I say my father's not a coon. He's not. I could call him everything, other things in the book, but he's not one of them, and he's not one of those people. But he was friends with this guy, and knew that he was a Klan member. And the guy got cancer, and Pops went up there, was by his side until the man died. You and we as people, you can make by your actions, people, might change or would change or whatever you want to, however you want to say it, just by your actions. A lot of these folks that are out today, and I'm not going to name them because I don't want to get canceled, are trying to force something on everybody. How about this? We can respectfully agree to disagree. And that's it. We can respectfully agree to disagree. There's no reason to show hate when you don't agree with someone. This is the United States of America, ain't it? I can have a difference of opinion. We've got, the evangelical the evangelical, right, or whatever you want to call them, that they think, that their thoughts are the right way. But if you look at it and you look in the Bible, that the Jesus you're talking about is black. And you're saying all this other stuff and all this, you're spewing out all this hatred, but you're supposed to be, God-like or Christian-like. You're supposed to be the one that we all can aspire to be to, and so someone would come and say, hey, I want to join your religion. I want to join your church. And it's just not. And you got people that are out here, they're out here spewing more hatred because you don't want to agree with their philosophy. I don't get it. That's why a lot of times when I get back on the road, I say to myself, I used to get out and go into the truck stops and watch stuff on the on the TV, and you'd start hearing some crazy stuff, some crazy, hateful, hurtful things. And at this day and age, all this grade that I have, ain't nobody want to hear that no more. Ain't nobody want to deal with that no more. And so I can say this morning, we can just agree to disagree. There's a lot of, it's kind of slowed down, thank God. A lot of people on YouTube, you got a lot of people that are hurting. What do you mean by that? You could see in their you could see it in their videos. And I don't know if you guys seen it, but you can see it that they need, they need this. And I'm not saying that to be mean, but I don't need this. I just, it now has become a, not a habit, but now I want to see if I can make it to the finish line. I want to see if I can make it to the finish line. It's been a long time since I, put this much effort into anything. It's been a long time. Getting up at the crack of dawn on the cruise ship to find the quiet spot, to find a quiet spot to do a live. Good morning. To find a quiet spot to do a live on a cruise ship when I should have been sleeping, or we should have still been partying or whatever. Yeah. Well, the economy is always going to be on a downward spiral. It happens every, I wouldn't say couple of years, but it happens every 10 years, and, we got people that are in, high, we have people that are in, these positions of power, taking away the safety stops for their, rich, constituents. And look what's happened. It started all over again. Did these guys not think that when you're giving your bank is about to go belly up, so you give each other your bonuses early, that you're not going to go to jail for that? You're the Harvard graduates, and you've got the master's degrees, and you've taken all of the bank's money, and you lost billions and billions of dollars of it, and you got to be a complete moron to put all your money in this stupid cryptocurrency. Those companies are dropping like flies. If you're going to invest in something that's been around for a minute. I got Kellogg's, shares, that jump around, but Kellogg's been here for a minute. I buy stuff that I buy stock and stuff I use. And I'm I'm not gonna sit here and watch my money, take a plunge for these buy here, these overnight. You think you're gonna, make billions overnight, and then now the government's got to come in once again, and pay off, and pay and help when they won't come in and help us black folks like that. They'll help the people from Ukraine, but and I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just stating the fact. We'll send billions of dollars on pallets to Iraq, and distribute that, and wonder why can't we feed some of these homeless and get affordable housing in some of these bigger cities, but we won't do that. Come on, guys. The Republicans are starting right now. They're starting to dumb down our society. If you don't see that, you're blind. The Parents' Bill of Rights. You can't teach my kid about slavery. Well, that still ain't going to take away that it happened. They're still not going to stop the fact that it happened. Oh, some of these, and they're taking books off the shelves or whatever. You know what? You can try to stop your kid from watching something. It's just like when you're younger, you try to stop a young man from looking, Yeah, you're right. It does pay the most money, but you have the biggest chance of losing it too. I had the most money when I went into the casino on the cruise ship, but guess what I have now? Nada, goose eggs, And I'm not, and again, I'm respectfully disagreeing. You know, you had we had a guy on the boat. We met him at the parking where we were parking. The guy sat there and dropped about $2,000 in the casino. Lost all of it. But he went and he gets a free cruise because he lost $2,000. So he's all happy. I get a cruise. Yeah, but you lost $2,000. So it wasn't free, bro. It wasn't free. Do you see what I'm saying? And we kept on running in. He kept on running into him. Charles kept on running into him. I ain't said a word since oh, they definitely. And how are you going to somebody answer this question? There's an AP study on Black history. It's an AP study. Yeah. Yeah, this guy, the guy we were talking about was a school teacher. Black school teacher attack. But you tell that he didn't have something up here because he's been divorced twice. Try not to laugh. He's been divorced twice. But we are before Trump, all the degenerates were hiding in the swamps. Now they've came back out of the swamps. Yeah, Miss V. That's how that's he was bragging about it. But we did hear that there was some people that won 20,000, 30,000. But guess what? They were paying $5 a hit. You know, the $5. You know, they had to max it out. So you got to be willing to lose it all to get what you're looking for. You know what some people hit. Um, I just don't have that type of money to be losing. You know what I mean? You know, I'd be laughing. Me and Charles be laughing and giggling about me buying these lawnmowers, but um, in the end result, it's still an investment in a future for myself. You know, I love driving a truck, but I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. You know, Big Son, I think he's a little older than me, but he does lawn care. I would love to be doing lawn care. You know, I want to start out. I don't have the balls for it yet, but I want to start out just driving neighborhoods and seeing a messed up yard and ask them if I could cut it for free and film it. That gets millions of watches, and I just don't have the go edge yet. But I'm working on it. I want to start doing that or help. I would love to in the Georgia area throw my mower on a trailer and cut a disabled vet's house or a grandmother or something like that, or I just don't know how to go about it yet, but I would love to do stuff like that. I think that would be really cool. I bet you, hey Charles, I bet you they're inside rooms. I don't know. I don't know. They said that the Mardi Gras wasn't full on the next one that they're out on the water right now. Who knows? Who knows? Because it does have the peak season is coming. We're still not in the peak season. Peak season, is May, June, July, and then hurricane season is the where it slows down again. But you know, who knows? Who knows? But the thing is that um, we need to just figure out what what's actually. I'm gonna say we. I'm gonna say me. I need to figure out what's going to make me happy, but I need to do it on a budget. um, the stuff that I do on this channel, this is why Can't Stop Walking, Love Mowing, and Cruising. Those are the things that I already do. So when you see that, I'm doing this, it's something I was going to do anyway. So it technically is an investment in my channel, but it's something I was going to do anyway. You know what I mean? So, and that's what makes it much easier than it makes it much easier. And that's what I really like, what I really enjoy, because the stuff I'm doing is, it's going to be upkeep in the yard and stuff like that. I'm going to drop some more Bermuda. I'm gonna keep dropping it till something come up. um, I forgot. Yeah, that's next. We stopped at on the way back from the cruise. We stopped at Charles had lost his mind. I thought it was hilarious. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Buc-ee's. It's a gas station. It's an actual gas station, the size of a mall. They got like 50 to 100 gas pumps, and it's out of Texas. But you go in there and lose your mind because you can buy all this stuff, and it's a gas station on steroids, but it's huge. And I knew Charles was gonna like it because he loves to smoke meat and stuff like that. And I want to learn. And they've had these grills they run about 1,000. They run about $1,000, $1,000 to 1,200, 1,300. But these things weigh a ton. Smokers, they weigh a ton. And I know you was. You was grilling in the rain yesterday. And guess what? I was mowing the lawn in the rain and just having a ball. And just having a ball, dude. And this is what, just like I said to you, Charles, sometimes we have to get back to what we like to bring that stress level down. Everybody, even the folks that are listening right now, you guys have something that brings you peace. Mike, I know it's Mike's is his plans, because when you hear a grown man giggling, you know he enjoys something. When he starts laughing about this plan or that plan, it's that's where he finds his peace. Or when he's putting the seeds up of like 100 packs of seed, you don't realize that, but I feel, I can, feel I feel the enjoyment in what you're doing. You get yeah. Your season's a little back there, bro. Because you were in Minnesota. That it's probably, is it still snowing up there? Probably is. Wow. But we could grill out right now. See, I have a till we figure out this freezer, what's causing it or whatever. It might just be two freak accidents, But till we figure that out, I'm not going to get more. I'm going to get more meat, because what I'm looking at is there's a company. It's an actual farm, and I put myself back on the list. I'm gonna order half a cow, and what it is you place the order, I think like 6 or 7 months before the cow is slaughtered or something like that, and they'll pick the cow out for you, tell you which cow it's going to be, and you get everything from, everything, even bones to make soup and the whole 9 yards. But I got to make sure I don't lose that in the freezer. Yeah, it's 30s, 40s, and today 20s nights. Wow, that's cold. Yeah, that's cold. But but and then you could get your, oh, that's one of the things. We had some leftover. She had some leftover oxtails that were in the freezer. Y'all know how expensive oxtails are. That broke my heart. 25. Wow. Yeah, chicken leg home shift for your breakers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure. I'm gonna have to. You, I gotta remember this house is old. You know what I mean? Shoot, bro, you need to come. You need to come over here and help me move. Hook your trail up. Come over here and help me, because I'm gonna get rid of that refrigerator. It's old as snot anyway. There's a place I can take it, but you know, I need some help getting it on a trailer, and I don't feel like digging mine out. Oh, when it hits 50, you gonna grill? It's been a while. Like, it's been a while about the grilling. I'm ready. I am ready, to get back out there and grill. But who knows? Oh man, this is really the first, I guess the first day back home, I had a hard time getting up. You know, I think this afternoon I'm going to do some edging on the lawn. I think I'm going to do some edging on the lawn, and I might go get a tenderloin, a beef tenderloin, and cut me up some filet mignons for dinner for the night. That ain't too much. That ain't too much. There's an Asian market up here where you can get, they sell the big cuts of meats, at really decent prices. Stuff's starting to go down anyway. And, again, you can't F up, you can't F up filet mignon. And like I said, we had it on the boat, medium well. Oh yeah, I know, but I have a second book which I had planned to highlight anyway. Luckily, I remember the answers. Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably gonna do today. Is I have to study for my hazmat, so I think I'll probably sit out in the yard, grab a highlighter, and stay sober and just study. I'll probably take the test by Wednesday. I'll probably take the hazmat test by Wednesday, and it's just it's recertifying. You know what I mean? It's recertifying. Yeah, she. We just had the same thing, bro. We had an old refrigerator and a chest freezer, and my wife keeps that stuff packed to the freaking brim. And I literally, instead of saying it freak accident, I got blamed for it. It's my fault. Well, it's not, and I'll admit it when I did something. You know what I mean? I'll admit it, but I didn't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere near the dang things. You know what I mean? But we got to blame somebody. So just blame me because I'm here. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's back to the real world. You when you're on a cruise ship, you're in fantasy land. Everybody, from the room stewards to the people that serve you, they're really good at remembering your name. You gotta keep on forgetting that. Like these guys. Hi, Mr. Duran. Hi, Mr. Duran. And you're treated. Everybody's smiling. Everybody. It's not like when you're in the real world, everybody's got this mean mug look on their face, but you're back to reality when you come back and everybody's got some mad kick or a mad chip on their shoulder. I mean, like, man, I want to go back on the boat. But I think I probably 7 days on a cruise ship is probably the longest I'll go, because I was at the last day. I really didn't have I'm getting off this cruise ship blues like I normally have. I was ready to go home. I was ready to go home. Yeah, I would agree that you can claim it on insurance, but a lot of times I don't want to use too much insurance because if you use it too many times, then next thing you know, you get canceled. You know what I mean? And if you lost $800 in meat, what it was your deductible? What if you have $1,000 deductible? You know what I mean? So you lost 800, and then you could put 200 more into it. I think, you know what I might do? They have like for big computers a battery backup. I'm gonna see how long that lasts. You know what I mean? It's a big square, thing that you plug up so that even if it goes out, the battery, will keep it going. I wonder if there is such a thing. You know what I mean? I don't know. I wonder if there's such a thing where you could actually have something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that because uh, it's got to be one that's powerful enough that could, keep a, uh, it's not a big chest freezers, but it's still chest freezers. It's something that would back it up. So if we do go away for a period of time, that we won't have to worry about losing our stuff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start looking into that. There's got to be something. There's got to be something. Um, this is the first time it's happened in the. Well, I'm trying to figure out how long we've been in this house. I think it's been like 6 years. This is the first time we lost all of that. But my thing is, you shouldn't have that freezer that full anyway. We had 3 freezers full to the top all the time, and I've asked the missus, did you? Oh, okay. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that because I think that would be a smart thing, and then have it in eyesight that you could spot if it's in backup mode or something, when you come home or whatever. Um, but like I was saying, I think the missus grew up not having food in the house or whatever. These damn things got to be full to the brim, and I'm just not like that. I'll use the stuff up, then okay, well let's get something else or whatever, because you have stuff in there that's been sitting in there for years, and you don't know what it is. It's not labeled right. I had, man, I had T-bone steaks I cut up a while back. Didn't know it still had in there. A whole filet mignon. Not cut up. Oh, heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. We had a whole turkey. Heartbreaking. Yeah. UPC. When I get off in a few minutes, I'm gonna check that and see how much it is, and then get one so we'll have a backup. Because again, you don't know what's gonna happen when you're not home. You don't know what's gonna happen. If you don't check stuff like that daily, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And times are tough. Like someone said earlier, the economy is in a downward spiral. We got to make we got to make we got to make do. Good morning, welcome in. We got to make do of what we got. Ain't nobody balling out. you know well, some of us are balling out, but it ain't me. Monty, she always call you Hot Pepper Mike. Oh my God, yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but we I don't know. I do know I'm happy to be home. Um, I'm ready to get back to work, but I'll probably be doing little things here and there around the house. But I think today, yeah, I think instead of me doing what I like, I'm gonna have to crack this book open, get the highlighter, and start studying. Get that out of the way. Get it out of the way because it needs to be done. And I think I'm gonna fast today. I've eaten too much food, guys. My man boobs are back. I'm tired. I need to get some of this out of me. Yeah, I think I did volunteer to Wanda. I did volunteer to go walking and talking with the missus when she gets off work today. So I'm getting my walking in. So I'm not really gonna be doing too much yard work today because you ain't gonna wear me the heck out. I'm gonna be all right. Yeah, you're right, but I think if to jumpstart the process, um you got to empty yourself out. And I think I'll just spend the day, no beer, no liquor, but some just water, water, and start flushing some of this stuff out of me. I think that'd be the best thing. No problem. But and like I said earlier, I need to get back in the truck, get some heat on me, get my sinuses back in line, because I still feel it. I still feel it in the back of my head, in my behind my eyeballs, that my sinuses are acting crazy. But I don't want to. It's kind of weird to say. I just, I'm just not that type of person can be under that much AC, and it just was too much. But we'll go. Oh yeah. Before I go, I wanted to tell y'all I did my first repair YouTube video yesterday, and I was so freaking proud of myself on my my Toro Greens Mower 1000. It stopped. I went to start up and it wouldn't work, and then it turns out that my fuel lines were bad. It was leaking. I thought I was smelling gasoline in the garage, and when I noticed it was leaking, and it leaked all out. And I was like, I knew it was coming from somewhere, and I had taken it apart and then just set it aside. And I finally decided yesterday that I'm gonna do a step by step what I was doing, and I had so much fun doing it. And I had to go to Home Depot to get the fuel line, because they sell it actually in the lawnmower section, and it was actually the right size. And I had to buy another $9 packet to get this one little stupid clip, so I could put it on there and it'd be authentic to the machine. Yeah. And when I did that, I had it's like this. It's a rust remover that you pour into the gas tank, and I let it sit for like 45 minutes to an hour, let it dry out, and then I remounted the gas tank, ran the lines, and actually got it in there, and it started up, and I left it outside and started it up. And it just didn't dawn on me that I thought I was just missing one belt for this machine, but I'm missing the other belt too. So I'm going to take that apart. I'm going to get both the belts, and then I'll have a working machine. There's a few other pieces, but I'm taking my time because I just can't afford it. I can't just be blowing everything on there. That's why I've stepped back, and I'm doing it in a slow pace, but I'm making, the stuff that I like to do. And that's what I did. And I really had fun doing it. And that's what that's be my suggestion to you guys. When you're going to do your YouTubes, your videos, don't stress out on it. Find something and have that idea of what you're going to have fun doing. It takes the stress level down. Have something that you enjoy doing, and it'll keep that stress level down. I started up my core aerator just to move it out of the way, and I just really and it's still working. But I just know the pieces, those spikes. When I hit the road again, I'm gonna order 3 new core pieces to make sure they fit the holders that I got, and then once I know that they fit, then I'm gonna order the rest of the stuff, and then I'll have the core aerator, and that's another part of the business. I can do core aeration, $75 a yard. You know what I mean? So those are the things where you can have fun doing. Wake up, drink a couple balls, lunch protein shake, and dinner ball. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Mike, did you really you laugh? I remember like a few years back, I pulled into our yard in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and there was a guy. He had a reefer. No, not a reefer. He just had the truck and the trailer backed up to a dumpster, and he was storing away protein shakes. And I said, "Hey, what's wrong with him?" He said, "Well, the pallet hit the bottom box, and they rejected the whole pallet." I said, "Well, what are you gonna do with them?" Yeah, I gotta throw them out. And I said, "Well, can I get some?" He said, "Yeah, get as many as you want." I literally got $1,100 worth of protein shakes. It took me a whole year. And they were the most delicious daggone shakes. They sell them in Walmart, and they were low sugar protein shakes. And bro, I missed them. It was $1,100 worth. I missed those. Yeah, yeah. I gotta do something to get my mind back on track. I'm thinking like Fat Darren right now. Oh, I want this, I want that. I deserve it. I can have it. I can eat it. And then you wonder, oh, my stomach. Oh, why did I eat that? Because you're a greedy behind, and you just wanted any excuse to eat it. But I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I kept on. I put I had in my tractor. I had I'm trying to figure. Oh, you want to know where the plants are? Oh, they're in the kitchen. They're in the kitchen. Oh, and they are looking good. They're looking really good. Oh, where the kids? I was wondering what you was talking about. What kids is he talking about? They're in the kitchen. What it is they're sitting in that little. Remember when you told me that I might have a microclimate in my kitchen? And so I actually put them on the table right next to where the avocado tree is, and the avocado tree is loving that back door. I don't know why. Um, yeah, the children are doing great, and I was surprised when I came on. That was the first thing I headed towards. I was like, let me see how these guys are looking. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them there, and then I'm going to start replanting them in pots so I can take them back. I'm literally going to take them back out on the road with me, and let them grow while I'm on the road. I think it's a good concept, a fun idea, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it because I think that it's something I'm gonna enjoy too. Because if I like watching grass grow, why not watch vegetables grow? And it went from a seed to I think they're about that tall right now. They're about that tall. Some of that ain't all awesome. That's freaking awesome, bro. But well, guys, we have hit the time for us to say goodbye. This was a rough one this morning, but my sinuses still bother me. But I want to thank you guys for coming by and appreciate the support. We got to get back into our regular, our regular schmegler stuff. And it's going to take some time getting used to. And I would just, like I said, for you guys that are just waking up, I want to say good morning. For you guys about to go to sleep, I say good night. And see you guys tomorrow. God bless. Peace out. Let's see here. Later.